Live from KSAT 12. The 6 o'clock news starts right now.
And I think you deserve every single one of those 30 years.
A horrific case of neglect coming to an end today. It's been 3 years since an elderly woman died from a lack of care and being left unattended. Her own son is now headed to prison for that. Erica Hernandez explains the judge did not hold back as that man was sentenced today. We do want to warn, details in this case are graphic and they could be hard for some to hear.
This is probably one of the most egregious cases I've ever seen.
Judge Catherine Torres-Stahl did not hold back as Juan Santos Huerta stood before her. Huerta was sentenced Friday after taking a plea deal on a charge of injury to the elderly. According to an arrest affidavit, 74-year-old Maria Huerta was found emaciated. The affidavit states it appeared she had not been cared for very well and had several skin ulcers that exposed the bone. Huerta applied for probation, which his attorney pushed for during sentencing.
We applied, Judge, for adjudication primarily based on the fact that he does not have a criminal history. Also, I think he's remorseful for what happened to his mom, how she passed.
For Judge Torres-Stahl, that wasn't enough. She denied probation.
I would never imagine someone in this situation to end up in this situation. This was your mother, not anybody else but your mother. Taking her out of the nursing home and putting her in your home where you thought she didn't get any care, she would have been better off in the nursing home.
Huerta was sentenced to the maximum per the plea deal, 30 years in prison.
And I think you deserve every single one of those 30 years.
Now, according to court records, Santos still has a Medicaid fraud charge pending. It's unsure yet where that is going, but for now, he has been sentenced to those 30 years. He must serve half before he's eligible for parole. At the Kidden Reeves Justice Center, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
Now to an update on a murder trial we've been following all week. Quavante Walls found not guilty in the murder of his roommate, Mario Miller. It took the jury around 4.5 hours to come back with that verdict. Yesterday, Walls testified that he shot Miller in self-defense after the two argued over rent money. Several adults could be facing charges in connection with the abduction of a 7-month-old baby. An Amber Alert was issued early this morning for that 7-month-old, Richard Ramey. The baby was found safe today. Bexar County investigators believe his mother, 30-year-old Nicole DeGuano, was the one who took the child and that the baby was in danger. Deputies later found them in a house near South Foster Road and Highway 181 South. His mother and other people who were in that house may be headed to jail.
There were several other adults found in the residence. At this point, I can tell you it's a distinct possibility they may be facing charges as well.
Sheriff Javier Salazar says he believes DeGuano had help in running off with her son. He says that she was supposed to turn the baby over to Child Protective Services Wednesday, but instead Salazar says she took off with that baby with plans to head to El Paso. Medina County Sheriff's deputies have arrested a man who was wanted for murder in the Dallas area. 25-year-old Naudi Hernandez Perez was arrested late last night. According to the sheriff's office, Perez drove away from deputies after they tried to pull him over. Deputies say that he got out of his car and ran into a brushy area, and that's where he was caught. He was taken to the Medina County Jail, charged with murder. We got some rain out there today, Adam.
Yeah, and most of the rain right now is south of Highway 90 and some very good soaking but light rain. So just adding to the lack of drought and really preventing any further drying out here. This is good to see east of town from Floresville to Stockdale, Gonzales, Hallettsville, down to Cuero, Yorktown, Goliad, everybody in between. That's some good soaking light rain, so it's not problematic in the sense of causing any flash flooding. It's just good drought prevention that's going on there. And farther to the south down I-35, some heavier downpours have popped up near Dilley and Cotulla, a little bit around Concan and Sabinal as well. Some of that action is still popping up west of San Antonio for the most part, but locally our action is really slowing down and it's gradually going to be coming to an end in the coming hours. Just a few pop-up downpours with a little bit of lightning and thunder in parts of Kinney County here. And a lot of this is outflow driven. You see this outflow boundary right here from previous thunderstorms. As that travels westward toward the Rio Grande, it's kicking up some new showers. So that's why those are developing. But as we lose our daytime heating, we're going to lose most of this activity that's out there right now. And this is all very light in nature, but still good to have. Light in nature, but good to have. Far southern Bexar County right now, Thelma, Lozoya, up toward Mitchell Lake, Calaveras Lake, and Elmendorf. We'll take a look at how much rain has fallen and where, and also compare that to the drought monitor in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Adam. Let's take a look at traffic out there right now. This is the TransGuide camera at I-10 in Colorado. You can see the exit there is blocked off. The exit ramp off of I-10. There's definitely a backup on the main lanes, but something to be aware of. I know there's a lot of continued construction in this area as well. Was it a medical problem or perhaps a distraction that caused a driver to drift across a highway today? That's what accident investigators are now trying to figure out. That driver was killed in what became a fiery crash. Katrina Weber shows us there was an unusual sight at the scene. One item left without a scratch amid all of that destruction.
It's tough to imagine that what looks like a burnt ball of scrap metal once was a car. Even tougher to imagine is anyone surviving whatever happened here. The driver did not survive.
Witnesses are saying at some point may have crossed under the barrier, the wire, come to the northbound lanes, hit the 18-wheeler.
San Antonio police say the car originally was southbound on Southwest Loop 410, heading toward Medina Base Road, when for some reason it crossed onto the other side of the highway. It crashed into the northbound Big Rig in the middle of the morning rush hour.
So the car was split. There's one part of the car right there. The other part is up close to the bridge.
All of it caught fire, trapping the car driver, a man, inside. Witnesses who pulled over couldn't do much to help him. The driver of the Big Rig also stopped and told police what happened. The car itself is burned and damaged so badly that police weren't even sure what kind of car it was. But in the middle of it, an eerie sight, one seat that's not damaged at all. Gilda Vasquez Ramos watched the aftermath from the window of a nearby car repair shop. But she says seeing ambulances and police cars here is not unusual. That car crashes on this stretch of highway are a common sight.
Whether it be them being on the phone or texting at the same time, or someone cuts you off.
In this case, police are still trying to figure out what went wrong, what made the car driver go off course and end up on a deadly path. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Nearly all of AT&T cell phone customers have been impacted by a massive breach that was announced today, but it actually happened 2 years ago. The company says the compromised data includes tens of millions of customers' phone numbers between May 1st, 2022 and October 31st of that year. Customers' personal information and the contents of their calls or text messages that was not exposed. AT&T says its data was illegally downloaded from its workspace on a third-party cloud platform. At least one person has been arrested. A local pastor nearly died last year from a flesh-eating bacterial infection. He lost his leg, but today he went back to visit the rehab center staff who helped him recover. Doug Roberts believes the infection came from a theme park visit last year. After doctors amputated his leg, he spent more than 2 months at Methodist Hospital's Stone Oak Rehabilitation Center, doing 3 physical therapy sessions a day. Roberts came back today to visit the staff and his surgeon more than 10 months after being discharged. He says that he's mostly adjusted.
Life is good. It's different. But there's things you miss, I miss basketball, I miss pickleball, I miss all those things that pretty much require 2 legs, and I'd be lying if I didn't say I missed all of that. But you know what, at this point it's great to be alive and still functioning even as well as I can.
And still so positive. Roberts has been able to return to being a pastor, and he said a prayer of thanks for the staff who helped him. A local group that supports families of fallen first responders is once again holding its big fundraiser. The 100 Club of San Antonio hosted a kickoff event for its 26th annual spaghetti dinner. The proceeds help the organization carry out its mission.
It goes to the families, either to the kids for scholarships, or when somebody gets really hurt or somebody dies in the line of duty, the 100 Club's there with a check that day to help with the expenses and buying food and doing everything they can for the funeral, up to the funeral and afterwards. So it goes straight to the families.
This year's spaghetti dinner will be served from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow and Sunday at the Christopher Columbus Italian Society. About 7,000 plates are served over those 2 days, and they're $15 each. And tomorrow, there will also be a meatball eating contest. You can buy tickets online now at 100clubsa.org. We are shining the spotlight on the local music scene with the latest installment of SA Vibes. That's the KSAT local music series. Each month we feature a new artist or band, and this month it's Combo Cosmico. It's a psychedelic cumbia band. You can check them out by scanning the QR code you see here in the corner of your screen. You can also watch them on the air right here this Saturday at 5:30. If you have any gently used medical mobility equipment, things like wheelchairs, and you no longer need them, you might consider donating them to Project Mend. The nonprofit is hosting a community drive this weekend at Wonderland of the Americas on Fredericksburg Road. You can drop those items off Saturday between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. And for more information on this event, just head to KSAT.com. Still ahead here on the news at 6, there are several recalls out right now, and a lot of them have to do with children's clothing. We break it all down after the break. Plus, let's take a look outside with live cam first. We got some more rain today from those scattered showers. How much has fallen, and are there some more chances for the weekend? Meteorologist Adam Caskey is coming up. Here's what we're working on for you tonight on the Night Beat, filling the void. It's what so many nonprofits are trying to do as the first round of volunteers head home after spending a week helping people recover from Hurricane Beryl. How they plan on filling the gaps while recovery is still far from over. Plus,
imagine you're washing your hands or doing the dishes and sewage starts coming up from the drain. Well, that's the issue one Marion resident is dealing with. We'll have all the details coming up on the Night Beat.
Before you head into the weekend, the Consumer Product Safety Commission has a few recalls you need to be aware of, which include some children's sleepwear. Stephanie Cerna has the latest.
On the top of the list of things to look out for are these children's pajama sets sold exclusively on Temu.com by Juvenile Kids. The problem is they pose a risk of burn injuries to children. If you have them, don't let your kids use them and contact Juvenile Kids for a full refund. A kid's nightgown is also posing a burn hazard. It was also sold on Temu.com, but by Lovely Angel. If you have this item, contact the seller for a full refund. And at many stores in our area, you may already notice fall items on the shelves. And at Claire's and icing stores, there is a recall on their Halloween witch hats, which can pose a risk of burn injuries to anyone who uses it. In this case, you are advised to return the recalled hat to any Claire's or icing stores for a full refund. And if you've been shopping at Ross, be aware of this festive summer armchair. The armchair's leg can bend or break, posing fall and injury hazards. You can return these chairs to any Ross store for a full refund or a $50 store credit. And one last kids' pajama set sold on Temu. These are also posing a risk of burn injuries to children. For this, you need to contact Fashion Online for a full refund. And those are your recalls ahead of the weekend. Stephanie Cerna, KSAT 12 News.
It has been a good week. We have seen some good rain, just spotty stuff in these afternoons, Adam, once again.
Yeah, it's that tropical air that's in place and that tropical pattern. You know, think of Florida this time of year where they have just those pop-up random downpours, especially during the peak heat of the day in the afternoon. And we're going to see more of this again tomorrow. Now, a lot of it is starting to fizzle out, but it's still good maintenance rain between I-10 and I-37. That includes Lavaca County, Gonzales, DeWitt, Carnes, Wilson as well. This will slowly come to an end, and everything that you see around San Antonio is slowly coming to an end as well. We just have some action on the far south side. So if you want to venture out, but you don't want to have to bring the umbrella. I don't think you're going to need it for the rest of the night in most of the city. We just need to let this activity play out in the south side. And we'll take every drop we can get. It's just very light in nature down there. We go off to the west, and that's where more robust showers exist with a little bit of lightning and thunder, switching radar sites. And what we had up in the hill country has largely fizzled out with the exception of Edwards County, but Rial County just north of Lakey, and now it's all north of Rock Springs between Concan and Sabinal. Some good pop-up downpours as well. These are quick splash and dash. They don't last very long, but they have had a history of dropping 1 to 2 inches of rain in a short period of time. So let's talk about that. This is the drought monitor updated yesterday, and it does not take into account all of the rain that we got this week. Anything after 8 a.m. on Tuesday is not taken into account. But we want to outline our most severe drought areas, severe and extreme. That's northwest Bexar County into the hill country and west toward the Rio Grande. I highlighted that so we can also put on the rainfall totals over the past 3 days, which will be taken into account in the next drought monitor next Thursday. And unfortunately, where most of the rain fell is not where we need it the most. This is maintenance rain to keep you out of drought south of San Antonio and especially east along the coastal plain. So unfortunately, we didn't get a whole lot exactly where we needed it. Now, I do want to point out the actual rainfall estimates just over the past 12 hours here. Let's look at this. Just over the past 12 hours, and Atascosa County, Wilson County, and near Elmendorf in Bexar County, these yellows indicating at least 2 inches of rain estimated by Doppler radar. That's from just west of Poteet to just west of Jourdanton. And now we get into San Antonio. Again, this is just the past 12 hours. Down near Elmendorf along 1604. Look at this. About 2 inches here. Graytown. That's where we have this yellow color. That's 2.3 inches estimated by Doppler radar, but that's not it. And as usual, these are random, so even if you didn't get it today, you have another opportunity tomorrow. And luckily, the randomness has been pretty good in terms of providing some rain for all of Bexar County over the past few days. You know, some days it's been the south side, some days the north side. Let's go. Speaking of north side right here, this is another winning spot. I-10 and 1604, and that's where we've had about 2.4 inches of rain just over the past 12 hours. And check this out, Bulverde, a little over 2.5. We like to see that. We've got more rain gauge reports we'll get to at 6:45. Now, this evening, the rain slowly coming to an end. A stray shower possible tonight, but unlikely. Tomorrow, we're back up to 40% for the midday and afternoon. So pretty similar coverage tomorrow. And notice our futurecast, it's on board with that. We get into Saturday morning, and there could be a few pop-up showers in the morning, just 20% chance there. It's once we get to 11 a.m. and especially thereafter, noon, 1 o'clock, the coverage is better on the radar screen. Don't pay close attention to exactly where these are popping up, just the mere fact that the Futurecast is on board with popping them up is what's important. Temperature-wise, we're actually going to be a little below average. 75 in the morning, 92 in the afternoon tomorrow with that 40% chance. And then on Sunday, mainly dry, 20% chance, but not a big deal. 95 degrees, the high temperature. And then we start next week dry with a little bit of hope by the middle and end of next week of a boundary moving in. That's the next feature we'll watch.
Yeah, and no triple digits there.
That's right.
I took note. Thank you, Adam. All right, Larry joins us now to talk Spurs Summer League. These guys say they're ready.
They are ready, and Stephon Castle, the Spurs' first-round draft pick, 4th overall, is ready to play tomorrow night when he will go up against his former UConn teammate. That should be pretty entertaining, and it's also time to meet Harlandale's new head football coach. Coming up.
Than last year, yes. I would expect a better year. Incremental, I don't know what your definition of incremental is, but I do expect more wins, and I could see them possibly being in the play-in.
Former Spur Danny Green says he expects the Silver and Black to make some noise next season in big board sports. From top to bottom, the Spurs Summer League squad is ready to play some more basketball. After going 1-2 in Sacramento, the Spurs will open Las Vegas League play tomorrow night in the first of at least 5 games for the Silver and Black. Spurs rookie guard and 4th overall draft pick Stephon Castle will face his former UConn teammate Donovan Clingan, who went 7th overall to the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I feel good to be here. It was good to get a little practice in while I was here too, kind of break the ice. But I mean, it's gonna be cool just to be on the court with Donovan again, and especially in this kind of setting. So I mean, this is what we worked for. So I mean, it's gonna be good to be out there.
That'd be cool for Stephon. Man, we were talking about it. That's my guy. I know Donovan a little bit too. We're actually playing my former teammate from Stanford, Spencer Jones. So that'd be a little funny kind of two-way. But having a big guy like Donovan, we played him at UConn this year. Big dude in the paint. It's tough. Every time you drive, you'll be thinking about him. Whenever you're going to the paint, you're thinking about him. Great player.
Spurs and Blazers will hoop tomorrow night at 8 at the Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas. An international play today. Victor Wembanyama and Team France played Serbia in an Olympic tune-up. Wemby had 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks in 28 minutes. Nikola Jokic led Serbia with 20 points and 12 rebounds. I mean, both those guys are just double machines. Serbia takes it 79-67. All right, it's time to catch up with Danny Green, who held a basketball camp last night at Sotomayor High School. Danny's a 3-time NBA champion, winning it all with the Spurs, Raptors, and then the Lakers. Danny was part of the Spurs' 2014 championship run when they beat the Heat 4-1 for their Spurs' 5th NBA championship.
There's so many games, not just one. 2013, 2014, both years we went to the finals. A lot of games that stuck out, and obviously the last game. The last game is the one we won. So how could that not stand out? You win a trophy, you celebrate. So it was an unbelievable time that I had here, not just those years, but years before and after. So I can't just say one game sticks out more than another, but I love the place, I miss the place, it is a home, and I'm glad to be back here.
Danny took his camp to Corpus Christi today and will visit Edinburgh on Saturday. Back in March, Justin Lozano was named the new head football coach at Harlandale High School, and now he's putting his team to work as they prep for the upcoming football season. Coach Lozano moved to Harlandale after serving as passing game coordinator at Johnson High School. He's also coached at McCollum, Brandeis, and served as the OC in Waxahachie. He has 18 years of coaching and teaching experience. Coach is thrilled to take over Harlandale's football program, and he can't wait for the season to kick off.
It's a blessing. I mean, it's exciting. Each and every day I'm already thinking about that first game against Southwest in that first week and all the different things that come along with being a head coach for that first week in terms of your lower levels and pep rallies and all of those things. All of those things are exciting for me and things that I'm looking forward to for the start of the season.
Harlandale will kick off the season at home Friday, August 30th, 7 p.m. with the Southwest Dragons.
Yeah, we'll be there before you know it.
I know.
Thanks, Larry. We are talking Puro Picks for the weekend up next.
Puro Picks.
Well, it has been a long time, but she is back. We are talking Puro Picks with local influencer Stephanie Guerra, the lady behind the handle. Puro rhymes with linche.
Beep.
Yep. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Myra, for having me back.
We've missed you. We haven't known what's been going on around here.
That's right. How would y'all ever know? Just kidding.
You're back to line us out for this weekend. So our first event that we are talking about is a Cine Festival happening.
Yes. So I love Cine Festival. It is the longest running U.S. Latino film festival in the country, and it started right here in San Antonio.
Very cool.
I actually saw that y'all talked about it on another segment this week. It's beautiful and amazing. But so the Guadalupe Theater is its normal home that it's been at every year. That's undergoing major renovations right now.
Right.
So they're hosting all of the film screenings at the Little Carver Theater at the Carver Community Cultural Center.
Very cool.
And Alamo Draft House, Park North.
Perfect.
So it started yesterday. It's got a huge weekend of films all day long. It's all ages. Tons of them are free, and there's even after parties. Like tonight, there's an after party at Jaime's Place with some really amazing cumbia bands and DJs. So it's going to be a really fun weekend. You can make it out to one film, or you can buy a weekend pass. But you got to get to Cine Festival. It's amazing.
Awesome. Very cool. Okay, so next up, if you are in the mood for some loteria, we've got that going on as well.
Yeah, so who doesn't love loteria, right?
I heard
Every
a yeah
day.
from Kasky over
Adam's
there.
ready to go. So this is a new type of loteria that is actually launching tomorrow. It's called Loteria Remedios. So it is based on oracle cards. So you can actually have readings along with the loteria cards It's designed by 2 local people, Selena Gonzalez and Jose Sotelo. So Selena came up with the concept and wrote everything, and Jose designed them. And it's really neat. It's going to be their brand new release tomorrow at Spirit Waters Gallery on East Commerce. I'm super excited for them. Known them for a while, seen their work out in the community for a long time, and it's going to be a great event. Plus, you can play Loteria while they have the launch party. They're going to have lots of special performances. It's going to be a really fun night from 6 to 9 p.m. tomorrow.
That is definitely a different kind of Loteria, for
yes,
sure.
It's amazing.
Very cool. Okay, and a French festival is happening this weekend as well.
Yes. Part of the reason why I missed you all is because we went to France. So
that's
we
right.
Were in France
you were on
May.
an international tour.
Yes, that was my first time going there. I left out of San Antonio. I finally did it. And we went to Paris and we went to Barcelona.
Oh, wow.
And we, of course, fell in love with all of the French culture. So if you're not able to travel, or if you've been and you've been missing it, you can get to the shops at La Cantera tomorrow for the French Festival hosted by Sweet Paris, which is a crepe shop that is there all the time.
Yeah.
But tomorrow they're celebrating Bastille Day. So they're going to have music, performances. They're going to have specials on wine and cheese and charcuterie, small bites. They're going to have cute little French cars out there on their main street. So they're going to close it off kind of like a block party. And I'm excited. Hopefully we can try to make it today, but tomorrow, it's from 10 to 8 p.m. So you have all day to check that out.
Yeah, I followed along with your trip.
It was
looked amazing.
Thank you.
Yes,
it was beautiful. I encourage everybody to go. Maybe just not during the Olympics.
Yeah, I was trying to live along with you. Okay, Rhythm and Beats presents Under the Lights Electrifying Night. What is that?
So I think this is really cool. If you do go to the French Festival, you can just head across the street to the Rock at La Cantera for this new event. It's called Rhythm and Beats Presents Under the Lights. So they're going to have a bunch of DJs under the stars. Have you been to the Rock at La Cantera?
I have not been out there yet,
Okay.
but I hear it is awesome.
You have to get out there. It's a beautiful, large green space. They've got screens. I went to the draft pick night. That was a lot of fun. So they will have like 6 or 7 DJs spinning all the hottest tracks from 7 to 11 p.m. So it'll be a little bit cooler. I'm sure there'll be a lot of dancing going on, a lot of free community. Get out there, enjoy each other's company. Plus, the fireworks are always on at Fiesta, Texas, right?
Yeah.
So you'll probably get to see those too.
You can just kind of spin around and check
a
those
great
out.
day that you can spend at La Cantera tomorrow.
For sure. Okay, next up, some summer lovin'. Tell me more, tell me more. What is that about?
You got it. So there is a summer loving event that's going on tomorrow and Sunday at the Wonderland of the Americas. And this is actually featuring cast members from Grease, the movie.
Oh, how cool.
Frenchie will be there, Marty, Jan, all kinds of people are going to be there all weekend long.
Wow.
Perfect tie-in to go get your Grease sing-along on. Yeah. They'll be there with appearances. They're going to have performances. There's collectibles. There's autograph signings. Again, we've talked about Wonderland so many times, but they have so many great events going on. Really great way to support the Balcones Heights community and get out there. But I mean, I'm excited. I grew up on Grease. We actually went to a bar in Paris and people were singing along to Grease songs.
Of course they were.
It's classic. It's timeless.
Oh,
really fun.
I'm listening to the soundtrack on the way home after this, I can guarantee you. Okay, Daniel Johnston tribute show.
Yeah, so there was a very well-known musician out of Austin, Texas, right up the road, named Daniel Johnston. He passed away right before the pandemic. He was iconic. If you've ever seen the Hi, How Are You mural with the frogs in Austin, that is all based off of his album art. Amazing musician, and there's going to be a tribute show to him this Sunday at the Echo Bridge, which is a very cool bridge over right south of downtown, next door to Tandem Coffee Shop. And they actually have the performance under the bridge over the Riverwalk. So the musicians are performing on one side of the river, and you get to sit on the other side and enjoy the concert. And it's in the evening, so it's cooler. They always have really cool lighting and effects, and it's a beautiful tribute. There are tickets for that, so you'll want to find the Echo Bridge Appreciation Society and buy those today or tomorrow. But it's going to be a fun night to celebrate Daniel Johnston's music performed by local musicians. and he was full of love, and it was a really great time, and people miss him, so it's going to be an amazing celebration.
Yeah, another great roundup you've given us of all local things that we can get out and enjoy this weekend. I'm glad you're back.
Yes, and one more thing, tomorrow is Eric's birthday, so happy birthday to my husband.
Happy birthday, Eric, who's right over there.
He's always behind the camera.
Yes, he is.
Supporting us, but happy birthday, and thank you for having me back.
Of course, of course. Hey, let me ask you a question before you go.
Of course.
Do you know Josh and Jace, the British
I saw that
influencers?
they were here earlier.
They were.
Yes, and they were tasting chamoy.
They were.
And candy.
Don't give it away, because we're going to let people in on their KSAT experience.
All right.
Coming up next. Stephanie, good to see you.
I'm excited to see you. Thank you, Myra.
We'll be right back. Do you know Josh and Jace? They're British social media influencers who've been making their way through America. And that included a stop here in San Antonio and at KSAT, where we had a taste test waiting for them. Check it out.
Talk about your adventures so far. And where did you get this idea, like, we're going to go across the country?
Yeah, we started in South Carolina about 4 trips ago, and now we realised our biggest audience is in Texas, and here we are in San Antonio.
These are all what we would call Mexican candies or spices. And this one right here, I want to start with the one that's San Antonio. This is from the Alamo Candy Company.
Ooh, okay.
The Great Taste of Texas, made in San Antonio. It's chamoy.
Chamoy.
It's sweet, it's spicy. It's like it can be savory too. It can go on all kinds of things. Made from fruit.
I'm the guinea pig. Here we go.
Yeah, we'll do that. Can you explain what you're tasting right?
It's got a kick, guys. It does have a kick.
You could put that on like any candy you can think of.
You wouldn't put this on candy, surely.
You can put it on
can't
fruit?
put that on any candy.
Fruit.
You can put it in drinks. Okay,
Chamoy
so see,
spiced things.
fruit, watermelon.
Would that go on that or not?
It is on it.
It's really good.
You like it?
Mmm.
These are also made in San Antonio.
Okay.
Alamo Candy.
Okay.
So made in San Antonio, but called Chinese candy.
Yes.
Chinese candy.
Dried salted
Guys,
plums.
what is that? What does that? Why does it
dried
look like
salted
that? Thumbs up, mate. Cheers. Okay. I don't want to be disrespectful.
Why is it salty?
That dehydrates you. I need water.
Here we go.
We need a redemption, guys.
Cherry bombs.
Cherry bombs.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Better?
Good gummies.
Are they better?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Best one so far. I'll take another one.
Yeah, that's good.
What are you looking forward to most on the rest of your trip?
Expanding our taste buds for one. Got a lot of stick on lime because I ate a taco in the middle.
Breakfast taco.
Yes. I'm sorry.
You ate a taco in the middle?
I'm sorry. I need to do a public apology because
I think so. This is it.
I'm so sorry to all my Texans out there that I ate a taco in the middle. I'm genuinely really, really sorry.
Who starts in the middle of a taco?
I'm sorry, okay? Don't come for me, all right?
Yeah, people have definitely come for him based on the way he ate the taco. But now he knows.
I will say I did see that video and I thought, what are you doing? It's not a hamburger.
Right. He may be on team taco is a sandwich. You know how there's always that debate?
Yeah. It's
I
not
don't
a
know.
sandwich.
It's not a sandwich.
Not a sandwich.
It's its own thing. But now he knows.
And correct me if I'm wrong, don't they call them sweeties over there in Britain, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, our resident production team, Will confirmed it from the Lakes District. He confirmed it, yep. Sweeties, gotta have your sweeties, your San Antonio sweeties.
That is not what Will sounds like.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it is. Okay, hey, look at this. Timberwood Park, 4 inches for the week. Boom, that is good to see. We love it. More downpours again tomorrow afternoon. Then we turn dry for several days, Sunday into next week, and temperatures staying under triple digits. We'll talk about where the heat high is right now, what it means to the temperatures in a bit.
Some more rain out there today, and this whole forecast is going to be in a British accent. Is that?
Tally-ho. Is that how it goes? Hey-oh. I only know a few. I want to see the video of them taking on Buc-ee's. I mean, Buc-ee's for the first time. Coming from anywhere in Europe, where everything's like smaller and even vehicles are often smaller, take Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's is an experience.
Please tell me they didn't call it Busey's.
I
don't think so. We'll have to check it out. All right, here we go. Look at our rain. This is good. It's starting to fizzle out, especially east of San Antonio here from Lavernia to Stockdale, Floresville coming to an end. This has been very light in nature, but good maintenance rain to maintain your lack of drought. And then we go off to the west and we have some robust downpours isolated in nature and their brief splash and dash But you look at it now south of Brackettville. That's actually a nice little cluster there. It's outflow driven. These outflow boundaries from the previous thunderstorms earlier today that give us that cool breeze, kind of a big exhale out of the storm as it collapses. Then it travels westward and kickstarts new showers and thunderstorms. And you look at the 12-hour rainfall totals off to the west, and it's not quite as widespread as what we have locally, but still some nice little pockets of rain. You get near Canepa, and we had estimates of 0.8 inches just outside of Concan, 0.5 just outside of Uvalde, a half an inch of rain. Locally, we did a little bit better in terms of the rainfall in, of course, some neighborhoods, not every neighborhood. And these are random lucky showers. Basically, luck of the draw as they pop up. But you get up into Comal County, and this is good to see, even Kendall County, Sisterdale, but especially Bulverde, Timberwood Park, all the way up to Smithson Valley here, along and east of 281, all the way to 46. And that's where we have some really good accumulations. Let's just give you an example right here. Smithson Valley High School, boom, 3 inches of rain estimated by Doppler radar. We like to see that. Tomorrow, another 40% chance, 20% Saturday, and then very low Monday and Tuesday. And then by the middle and end of next week, Wednesday through Friday, a slight chance as a weak boundary could drop in and stall out for a few days. Let's cross our fingers that follows through and comes to fruition. Futurecast on board. Isolated shower or two in the morning tomorrow. But once we get to the midday, we're talking after 11 a.m. and noon, and into the afternoon, that's when the showers should become more numerous, just like today. Showers, a little bit of lightning and thunder, heavy downpours. Now, I know this is showing it right over the airport and McAllister Park area at 3:09 p.m. This could really be anywhere on the screen here. These downpours could pop up anywhere on the screen. It's just the mere fact that the Futurecast is also in agreement that, yeah, we've got the ingredients to have another day like this, which is good to have. No tropical cyclone activity expected in the next 7 days. We are clear out in the tropics. 87 was our high today. The average is 94. We're going to be close to the average over the weekend, and just a trace of rain officially at the airport today. Amarillo 102, Del Rio 96 with all the sunshine today. 97 Waco and Dallas, but I want to show you the big picture and look at the triple digits. Las Vegas 117 for the high. Phoenix 115. This is where we've had record-breaking high temperatures this week because the upper level heat high, it's planted over the four corners. Even Salt Lake City at 106. Whereas here, we're looking at high temperatures mainly in the mid-90s going forward. Even cooler than that tomorrow. 75 in the morning, 92 for the high temperature locally. 91 Carrizo Springs, Kerrville 89. 92 for the high temperature in Poteet. So overall, Myra, under 100. I don't think we're complaining.
Yeah, not at all. Thank you, Adam. A special edition of The Buzz is coming up.
Oh, yeah.
A very special edition of The Buzz today. Look who's buzzing with me.
Bzz.
This guy. Okay. First story.
How do we
here.
do the swipe thing?
Okay,
this way.
Just like that. Planes, trains, automobiles, all pretty common ways to get to work. But how about this? An inner tube? It's exactly how hundreds of people got to work today in Colorado, tubing down Boulder Creek. And yes, some people were even in their work clothes.
Did they have their briefcase, though? That's what I'm wondering.
Hopefully it's waterproof.
Do people still use briefcases?
Yeah.
That's the other question.
That's the other question, exactly.
This is an annual event thanks to two buddies who challenged each other back in 2008 to get to work just without a car. I could be friends with you. We could be friends with these guys.
100% would do that, yeah.
Oh, so not only does it help the earth by cutting down on pollution, at least for a day, part of the ticket sales, now they have ticket sales, go to an organization that helps the homeless. So they made it into a good cause.
It's a bunch of inner tube foxes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's pretty cool.
I'm sure there's a rubber ducky one in there, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the unicorn, that's popular.
A Texas Longhorn caused a traffic headache in central Pennsylvania. Police in Fairview Township say the loose steer broke free from a trailer as he was being transported. The bull appeared to enjoy his freedom, though, walking through lanes of traffic.
This reminds me of our TxDOT commercials with the two of them talking to each other.
Yeah.
Clearly, their cops don't carry lassos. He was also spotted looking into an office space in the area. You can imagine what kind of direction that meeting went in the office. But his jaunt was short-lived. PennDOT officials say the bull was captured about an hour later.
Okay. From a longhorn to a lizard, it took two reptile experts to wrangle a monitor lizard from a drain on the side of a Phoenix freeway. Arizona State troopers tried to wrangle it, but it escaped through a storm drain.
Do you call 311? I mean, what is it?
I don't know what you do.
Yeah, or did they just spot it? That's my question. Because the police officers tried to get it first, then they had to call in the experts, the wranglers. There was an intense struggle, but they were able to pull it from the drain and safely capture the monitor lizard. The Phoenix Herpetological Society is now searching for the lizard's owner.
You nailed that.
Herpetological.
Thanks for buzzing with me.
Thank you. This is awesome.
We'll be right back.
I want to buzz more.
Thanks for watching the news at 6. Have a great weekend.